I hope y'all can hear me out there. Okay, looks like it's working. Sorry about that. Hello again out there. Last time I was on here, you guys got to see me out there. AJ Turn Up. Follow me on Bucs Report the Aftermath with my co-host Slick. You can check us out and subscribe to our channel on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, or iHeartRadio. With my co-host Slick, Bucs Report the Aftermath. Also, you can check me out on my TikTok, AJ underscore turn up on Twitter as well. I cannot go live for a little bit on TikTok because I guess people got their feelings hurt. So they spammed my page and said I was bothering them. So I'm going to be PG on this channel. I've said, I was talking for a while now, so I'm going to repeat myself a little bit, but I'm going to shorten it because at this point, we all know what the outcome was, and the result is we need to get rid of Bowles. We need to get rid of the entire coaching staff. They are a cancer to this team. The incompetence of them is staggering. It's astounding. I'm sorry. We do not need them. Unfortunately, they have been an embarrassment. Grizzard does not know what he's doing. Bowles definitely doesn't, and it's been history of that. And quite frankly, I'm just tired. I'm just at a loss for words. Now, as always, you're more than welcome to interact with me. Let's just keep it, let's talk football because that's what I am a fan of, the game of football first, then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I can tell you right now, the way that we played against the Carolina Panthers was inexcusable. Grizzard, I'm going to start with you. You don't know what you're doing. Mike Evans, Godwin, Emeka, McMillan, Otten, and you choose to run the ball on first downs. You choose to be predictable, and look, look what happened. It wasn't like we were just dominating the run game. Nope. I didn't see enough 10-man personnel. You didn't spread the ball out enough. You kept Baker in the pocket, which is malpractice right there when he is better on rollouts. And for people out there who disagree, I'm going to try to explain this in the nicest way so I don't get banned from YouTube. Baker Mayfield is not a pocket quarterback. One, he doesn't have the height to look over the offensive line. Second, that's not who he is. He is elite on making throws on the run. That's what his specialty is. He's a gunslinging, scrambling type of quarterback, and that's why we love him for that because he can extend the play. And are we aware, Grizzard, that our two offensive guards in Cody Mock and Bredesen are gone, and the weakness of our line is the interior, and you knew they were going to blitz, and yet you did not find the right plays. You ran the ball. Where were the crossing routes? Why didn't you utilize all these weapons on offense? You did that, Grizzard. And what sealed the game, to be quite honest, is when we got the ball back, when they had a personal foul on special teams, when we kicked the field goal, you kept trying to run the ball and you didn't pass. Meanwhile, the first touchdown, we threw a go ball to Evans. Now, you tried that before, but again, where were the rollouts? Where was the bootlegs for Baker? Why didn't you get the tight ends involved? What you should have done is put Mike Evans on the X and you put Payne Durham at the Z. And then you can put Godwin at the Y. They got to stop somebody. They couldn't double both. And do you see how I'm using my imagination? Where was your imagination? Where was your innovation? Grizzard, are you a liar? You said that they were practicing as if they didn't lose against the Falcons. We've lost 3 divisional games, and you have yet to have this offense humming. And for people out there who are just going to try to put it on Baker, I have a question for you. What is the Buccaneers' offensive identity? I'm going to wait. I'm going to sip my water. Yeah, You can't answer it because we don't have one. And that's coaching. That has nothing to do with the player. Baker can't go out there and do it by himself, guys. I think you put an unrealistic expectation on this offense because they've been bailing Bowles out for years, ever since he's been the coach. Statistically speaking, our defense gets worse and worse under Bowles. And yet nobody wants to admit that. I don't understand it because I thought that we liked to hear the stats and we love to talk about the defensive guru being Bowles. Not a defensive guru. He's living off the coattails of Arians. He did not earn this coaching position that was given to him. And Gerald McCoy of the world, this is what happens when players and coaches do not earn their spot and give it to them. They don't know how to appreciate it. And Bowles simply does not appreciate being a coach. Grizzard does not appreciate the opportunity that he has been given. And that's why I don't think that he should ever get another opportunity at this point to be an offensive coordinator. He doesn't have what it takes. If you cannot make it work with all the weapons that I just mentioned, I don't think you have what it takes to make it in the league. What are you going to do when you get on a team with no offensive weapons like what you have? I mean, at this point, I'm just disgusted. I'm trying to keep it PG because, yes, I don't want YouTube to ban me because, like I told you, I am very colorful. I talk very colorful on Bucs Report the Aftermath with my co-host Slick, a championship defensive coach over in the UK. Go check him out on my videos. It's about Buck and Time. It's called Give Coach Slick an Opportunity. I really do think that he has what it takes to come in here and help this defense because this defense is lacking guidance, leadership, direction, and that falls on the coaches. We were out there putting poor defensive backs in cushion coverage on the first drive on the 3rd and 7 when we could have gotten a simple 3 and out. We're playing cushion zone. And the problem that I don't get is how do you expect for the Bucs to get better if they're going to just play man 3 times and if it doesn't go right, you abandon it. First off, if you think that you're never going to get beaten, man, I think you people should go out there and play Madden or do something different, or you've never played this game. It happens. However, we know for a clear fact that cushion covers doesn't help this defense. It really does not. So I just don't understand it. Again, I think at this point is arrogance and ego. I think Bowles just really is stuck in his ways and it's time for him to go. The great Tony Dungy has done more for this team. And I think people are just giving Bowles a pass. Why? He doesn't deserve a pass. He does not. Grizzard doesn't deserve a pass. Our conditioning coaches don't deserve a pass. I think a lot of things needs to happen. We need a new direction. We need a new offense. We need an offensive-minded coach to come in with the attitude to be aggressive. We don't have that. That's what we lack. And that's why I truly think that it is time to let these coaches go. We need new direction because what I saw out there was pitiful. This is a team where Sean McVay, Dan Campbell, Ben Johnson, they would have blown the Panthers out. Clint Kubiak, we were supposed to beat the Panthers at least 30-10, and yet we let them fight their way back in. The Panthers grinded it out with the Bucs, and the Bucs are not a grinded out team. Now, if Cody was here, it'd be different, but we don't. And what do? We try to grind it out and play down to the competition when we should have been aggressive. It's inexcusable to run when you don't need to. Why weren't we spreading them out? Why weren't we running mesh, more trips? We should have used the pass to set up the run. And unfortunately, we didn't. And it gets frustrating to me on a personal level. Yes, I'm doing everything in my power to repress the rage that I'm feeling because it's not worth it. Well, one, I'm going to save my energy for Miami. I'll be at the game, and I'm going to be at the front row seat. So, Grizzard, you're going to hear me. Bowles, you're really going to hear me. And I'm going to try to get over to the tunnel where y'all walking at, and I'm going to say what's on my mind. Because, despite mathematically we're not done, but at the end of the day, We let the destiny is not in our hands anymore. Now we got to sit back and praise and worship for the Seahawks, even though the Saints gave us an opportunity. So the media is going to really have a field day, and I'm not going to be able to be out there and listen to that nonsense. I just can't. I just at this point am just disgusted. Uh, Now you have other content creators out there like Joe Bucs fan, Pewter Report, Ira Kaufman. They do a fantastic job. I think they do. But again, Bucs Report, the aftermath with my co-host Slick, the dude. We're gonna tell you how it is: the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. When you do very well, you will get the praise and worship. But if you crap the bed, then we're gonna call you on it. And Bowles obviously didn't learn. You were out there throwing flip flower and fifth words out the last game, and where was that energy and impact for your players? Grizzard, again, I would have loved to get an opportunity out there to have an offseason with this offense. I sure as hell would have it a lot more humming than this because I'm going to play to the player's strengths. Good coaches play to the player's strengths. They maximize their potential. If the scheme isn't working, you make adjustments. Look at what Brady and Arians had to do when they first got here. We were airing it out. We were attacking. I loved it. But Brady was like, turnovers got to stop. So what did they do? They mixed it up. We start using more motion. We got the short yardage. We start using tight ends and Gronk. And then Cameron Brate. And we were Super Bowl champions. I would love to get back to that winning mentality. I think it's still there. Now, Levante, he has to go because he's a former shell of himself, but that's okay. Legendary player. Logan Hall, cut him. Broswell, cut him. We got to start over. For the draft, I want to get two linebackers. I want to get a linebacker, an edge, linebacker, a corner, a guard. But here's another sweet thing. Jason, you're going to have to swing for the fence. If Crosby or a pass rusher's out there, you gotta pull it, man. You gotta go for it. You gotta pull the trigger on that, man, because we're not gonna have no pass rusher coming out here in the draft class this year. That's gonna wow us. You got to make moves because again, Glazers, if we lose in Miami, your pockets are gonna be ultra thin the week 18 because who would want to come out there and see a team, and then God forbid if the Panthers win, who would want to come out there and see a team, you know what I'm saying? Who would want to see a team play for nothing? So what's up to y'all? What's up to y'all? The more I talk about it, the more it just disgusts me. It's like the Bucs gave the Buccaneers, Bowles gave the Bucs coal. I don't wish you a Merry Christmas, Bowles. I don't. Grizzard, y'all make way too much money for this to come out like this. I know the plays from the comfort of a bar or my home. You guys you're in the inside looking out. I'm in the outside looking in. Now, for people out there, I'm not perfect. I have made a few. I've been a coordinator and like a little conditioning coach and a little football for teenagers. I ain't out here telling you that I'm the guy, but I'm also telling you that I'm not necessarily that incompetent either. I can give you the basics. Now, Coach Slick, he's a defensive guy. He can give you everything. Now, I know coverages too. Don't get it twisted now. I know the cover ones, cover twos, cover three, cover four, cover five, cover six. I can give you the basics. Now, offensively, I'm your man when it comes to the meshes, the crossing routes. I'm your man that knows how to give me 3 plays, and I will give you 5 different variations of those plays. I'm also good at situational like football. If I see that my best receiver has a corner that's playing too cautious, I'm going to immediately change that play to either a hitch, comeback, or a curl, and I'm going to attack and see what he's doing. And then if I see they're trying to motion a safety over to him, that's where I'm going to have another receiver who plays the Y or the Z lined up right next to him in trips, and I'm going to have him go a deep route so he can take a corner and the safety with him and I'll have my Y run to the outside and have my X run a slant. You catch my drift, and I'm gonna have someone like Baker who rolls out so he can get the ball out there just in case the edge rusher wants to come down. It's a very look again. Just give me an off season with this team, and I can have it humming. I'm not saying perfect, but for what Grizzard has at his disposal, it's inexcusable. It's real inexcusable. But like I said, man, when I get my permissions back on TikTok, I'll be out there. Y'all can join me there. And again, I'm more rated R on there. I'm just being PG here because, you know, I want, any future viewers out there. I know how to keep it civil. I know how to be polite. You know, I can keep a professional tone. I can have a nice little smile. Look, hey, I can get out there and, like I said, be civilized. But right now, I'm only doing that so I don't get blocked or banned. But realistically, I got a lot more I would like to say. And I'm not scared to call people out because I'm not scared to also give you your flowers. Bowles, which you did against the Chiefs was nice, but that was 2021 and you was playing cover two. And you had the personnel, you had more of those pieces. And you still have a lot of pieces. Now you just don't know how to put them in the right position. And that's your fault, man. It's your fault. I want you gone. Grizzard, you don't have what it takes to be a situational play caller. It's too much pressure for you. You need to be gone too. And you don't really deserve another chance at OC, maybe a wide receivers coach or something like that, or whatever. But your days as an OC should be done. You were a failed experiment. I miss Liam Cohen. I wish he were back. I miss Arians. I wish he were back. I miss when the Bucs were something special. It's like we've gone back to accept mediocrity. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm not. It sucks. So hopefully we can get something going. Earlier, my my damn video was muted because I was messing up. So I'm just gonna leave it with this. Let's just clean house so we can so we can salvage what we have because there's so much talent here. I want to get Clint Kubiak. I want to go for Mike LaFleur. I just want to get somebody that's gonna bring that intensity out of these players. Attitude reflects leadership, and look at how the players are on this field, like Bowles, flat, stoic, and just unprepared. So, again, thank you all for tuning in. Check out my YouTube channel. It's about Buck and Time. Also, Bucs Report the Aftermath with my co-host Slick, the dude, AJ _turnup is where you can find me on TikTok and Twitter. And yeah, you know. And I know somebody's saying about Baker getting a pass. I'm not giving Baker a pass. But again, I see the difference when Cohen was under him and using him than what Grizzard's doing. It's night and day. It's not a good thing. But again, Buck fans, just start looking at the draft. Y'all take care of yourselves. Try to have a happy holiday. It's love and family that counts at the end of the day, not them. They'll be around. We'll get through this. Hang in there, Buck fans.